What is up guys, my name is Chris and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be playing out GT Manager. This is a new game that's just released on Steam today, and it's, best I can tell, is an adaptation of a mobile game. I don't think it's as much as a port, but a lot of the models and stuff may well be ported from a mobile game. It's an early access motorsport management game, so this is a market that's slowly getting more and more saturated as time goes on, but there's always, room for competition and stuff, so I'm intrigued to see how they play this through. So, join me as I play this game for the very first time. So yeah, this is an early access game, so kind of take everything you see with a grain of salt. It is a bit like that, so we'll just jump in here and basically see what this game has to offer. So choose the name of your racing team. So, oh my god, why do all games have this like character limit that's ridiculously short? Tactilus GP, that'll do. So yeah, I don't really know a whole bunch about this game. It is licensed on a lot of fronts, which I thought was pretty impressive. For 20 bucks, I think it was, so not bad. So here we obviously are starting our story mode. So we have to start in GT4, GT3, 2, E, and Hype. So Hypercar obviously is Hypercar. Be interesting to see what happens when we get to GT2, GTE, because they're two series that I feel like aren't that current, at least, I guess. But we'll see. I guess there's time. So we have a monthly cost here of 25,000 bucks. We don't really know what this means at the minute, I guess. So we will go. We're in the pre-season, and we're going to choose GT4. So yeah, here we get to pick our car. So I was pretty impressed, actually, the fact this had all these different licensed cars in it. Like, genuinely, for a game that I feel like has come out of nowhere to have this amount of licensed vehicles, I don't know, pretty impressive. So I don't know if we have to pick the Audi here. Okay, we don't. So I don't see anywhere where it says about money, so I guess we just get to pick any of these. So we have the Porsche GT4, Lotus Emira, Camaro, RS3 LMS, and a Celine. I haven't seen Celine, that's a name I haven't heard in a hot minute. But we will go with the Porsche, just because it's a Porsche, and it's like about as thoroughbred GT car as you can probably get. So now we have to pick our drivers. So we have two cars, we have to pick two drivers for each car. So now these could be real drivers. I don't know my names well enough. They look pretty real. We don't have a lot to pick from here, so I guess we'll just go with what we think is the best. So he's got the fastest raw speed. So let's go with Dexter. He's got 22 speed, even though his overtaking maybe isn't the best. And then let's go with Stephen Lake as our second driver. Oh, I screwed that up. And then car 2, let's go with let's go with Jordan. He's got pretty good speed, reasonably good stats across the board. And then we basically have to pick from Max, Vinny, and Florian. So I think Vinny is the man to go for here. He's got pretty good stats, again, across the board. Yeah, I haven't really been taking into account salary, so I guess we'll see how that pans out. And then here we choose our season sponsor. So Rim Racer or Cooler Racing Engines. So different objectives here. I think we just bet on ourselves here and go with a slightly higher finish. Saying that, oh man, I see you don't know how crucial money's going to be yet. So let's just go with the bigger one and go from there. So choose a race sponsor to provide earnings at the end of each race. Reach the race's objective to earn the associated reward. So a pretty standard formula at the minute for like a motorsport manager-esque game. This all seems pretty sensible. So it looks like we might have a race a month. So we've got one in the US, Italy, Malaya, Canada, the UAE, Spain, India, China, England, and Bahrain. Now these look like they might be licensed tracks or very similar licensed tracks. So that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. So we are set to start the 2024 GT4 Championship, which features 10 races from February to November. Perfect. The car factory will finalise that Travel will participate in the first race of the championship. So it doesn't look like I can really do a whole lot at the minute. We haven't got much to do. So this is obviously not our car. Our car is... Can I look at all the different... Oh, this is interesting. So these are all the GT3 cars you have to choose from. Audi, BMW, M4, M4, M3. Oh no, M4 GT3, M4 GT3. What's the difference between them and them? I don't know. We have 2 Ford Mustangs. It's really annoying how it's going into cinematic mode. 2 Ford Mustangs, a Mercedes-AMG GT3, Porsche, and then GT2 we have... Again, so I don't know if there's actually a real race series that runs all the GT2 cars. Maybe there is. And then we've got GTE, so kind of everything you'd expect to see here. The Vantage GTE. The Brabham, I'm not sure, was actually raced in GTE. I could be wrong. Corvette, obviously one of the most famous GTE cars. Ford GT, GTE. So like there's a good variation of cars here. And the Porsche 911, so pretty good. And then we go into hypercar. So this is interesting. So you've got the Alpine, you've got the Valkyrie, the BMW. The car details look pretty good. I'm impressed. Bugatti Bolide, which I think is a concept car. Yeah, interesting. The Glickenhaus. This is a tank. I mean, look at it. What a beast. The Pug. Probably, maybe not going to be the fastest thing in this game. And then the Porsche. So we're missing a few hypercar manufacturers. Caddy are missing, for example. But, you know, all in, that's a pretty damn good selection of cars considering how early on we are. So, 8th of 8th. Doesn't look like there's any car customization or anything. So maybe that comes later with all these buildings. Let's just jump into the race here and see what we've got going on. So welcome to the USA. So this is a sprint race, it's 15 laps, and this is, straight into qualifying, so no practice. So I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work, but we'll see. I'm not going to comment on their like driving physics and stuff. So off the bat, we've qualified 2nd and we've qualified 7th. That's pretty good for a like spanking new team on the grid. So I'll take that. So let's see how we can prepare our cars. Okay, so we have fuel, and then we have tires. Obviously soft, medium, and wet. No hard compound. Fair enough. Pit stop, you can ask for a change driver, determine which... Okay, so I'll leave you to work on the strategy for the race to get started. We're a 15-lap sprint race with no weather changes forecast. Excellent. So the obvious thing here is to do half a tank. I don't think you want to start the race on a nice heavy full tank. And then the soft tyres will go about 7 to 9 laps, but I feel like we want to get the mediums on the car and get them out of the way nice and quickly. You know, I think we're going to split the strategies here. Let's do half a stint on the mediums on the first car, or car 1, and then we'll start on the softs and go to mediums on car 2. I'm going to leave half a tank in for both cars. I don't think it's worth the weight penalty. Again, I don't know how much all this is worth on these games, but we'll see. So Stephen Lake's going to start the race in the car 1. I think we leave that for now. We've qualified 7th. I don't know, maybe we want the better qualifier. Yeah, he's the better qualifier. So we'll leave the better overtaker, not better qualifier. We'll leave him in the car. And then in car 2, who's qualified 2nd, I think we have Jordan in the car just for straight speed. We're not wet. Hopefully we don't need to be doing a whole lot of overtaking, and he's more consistent as well. So let's go with that. Interestingly, that selected car 2 is the camera. So let's see what a race is actually going to be like in this game then. So it looks like it's going to be a standing start. That's going to be interesting. The Lotus, the Celine. pretty much all in here. Establish strategy and ask your drivers to adjust their speed and to implement it. So, push to pass allows our cars to overtake the opponents. It's difficult to overtake without using them. Okay, so we have 3 bouts of push to pass. I think we use it off the bat here. At least 1 push to pass, right? Because then it resets at the pit stop. It's how I'm reading that. So, interesting, these are the car's stats. So that's obviously how much life is in the tyre, I guess. Yeah, it's not going to tell me yet, but okay. And then we obviously have to pick the right time to take the pit stop. So, we will see, I guess. Have a good race. Alright, let's do it. I don't know if it's a waste if I hit it off the bat. We'll try it. So there we go, the race has started. And into turn 1, we've taken the lead by like a considerable amount of distance. So Jordan Kerridge has taken the lead here. How far in can we zoom? Alright, not bad. So you've got like more or less complete camera control. That's not too bad. Like that is commanding, I'm impressed. So let's dial him back. I don't think we need to be pushing too hard. And we'll dial him back as well as the engine temps. Get him pretty high, which I think must be because he's following. So that's nice that that's all simulated. I'm guessing the harder we push, the more tyre we're going to use and the hotter our engine's going to get. Or is that brake? Oh, that's tyre temperature. Oh, I take it back. That's engine temperature. Yeah, I didn't even spot that at the start. So, sounds... I don't want to be too critical. Again, this is a cheap, reasonably cheap early access game. But the sounds aren't great. It's okay, though. So this is our race engineer telling us that we have 6 laps left on fuel. So we're doing roughly 1 minute 10 a lap. So let's just see. So he's got a 2 and 2/10 gap over second, and it's growing by the looks of it. So let's fast forward a little bit here. You actually have to keep your finger on the button, which is going to get a little bit annoying, but we'll see. So this is lap 4, 30%, 29%. The gap's now... Wow, he's like really crept that gap out. So let's... So I think we push purely because we want to build a gap for pit stops. I think we want to be quick on the mediums too, right? So we'll go from there. So push to pass, how effective is it? Up to 3rd, okay. Not too bad. Someone did pit by the looks of it, so I'm not sure how that's going to pan out, but we'll see. Let's just use his push to pass again. Temperature's too high, it dies at degging really quickly. So 40% over here. Jordan's got a pretty commanding lead on this race. So let's box in this lap. This is lap 6 of... okay, maybe we want to do 1 more lap. Oh boy, why is the engine temperature so high? Oh boy. What did I do? Lowering speed helps cool it. So let's back him off. Interesting. Oh boy, this is... tyres are gone, I'm losing speed. So let's... Where is he on the lap? So he's just about to go on the start finish. So let's bring him in for a pit stop this lap. So we want half a tank. We need to switch him to the medium tyre. And we'll stick our other driver in for this second stint. Perfect. And then let's double stack them, Stephen Lake. We're going to swap him out for Dexter. We'll put half a tank in. And he's going to the soft compound tyres. Perfect. Man, his engine's overheating too. This is interesting. So here we go. Then Jordan coming in for his hopefully one and only stop of the race. So fuel. People can't work on the car while you're fueling. My man's walking very, very casually to the car. And gone. Okay, interesting. So there was no doubles. There's no, like, I guess, actual animations for this kind of stuff, which is fine. So he came out holding the lead, which is nice. And then Dexter's dropped back down to about 12th. Okay. Not too bad. So we're up 8 of 15. We are over the halfway hump in this race now. So I think we need to be a little bit careful on fuel. I don't want to overdo it and then run out of gas right at the end. So 40, 42 seems pretty reasonable, and we now sit first and second in our first ever race. Alright. So here we go then, on to the last lap. The situation is we should be plenty good on fuel mileage. My boy Dexter's tyres are just about gone, but he has I assume this is intervals, not, or this must be to leader, not intervals. So he's got a, call it a 9-second gap over this Camaro. And I dialed both cars all the way back because I didn't think there was any need to really push too hard here, as won't let me switch to Vinny for some reason. But people take the lead here. I think that car was just unlapping himself. I don't think we lost second. And there we go. Yeah, we didn't lose second. Excellent. So they both have the number 4. Interesting. So there we go. Wow, our first ever race, and we have absolutely spanked it. So we earned $47,000 from that, which is nice. And back to the factory. So we've got 1.5 mil in the bank, and we're moving on here to March. We're racing in Italy. So let's start investing in the car factory. You're going to need to grow your team and improve your cars. So just like that, we can build ourselves our very own race shop. And here we are. We can actually have a look around. So this is what we can do. We can change chassis stuff. So it looks like we can develop suspension parts. Yeah, okay, so we can choose suspension parts, so we can invest in some new springs. Be interesting to see how this actually kind of pans out. Brakes, we have nothing available yet, and steering, we have nothing available yet. So that later down the line, we can unlock engine and aerodynamics. So that's kind of nice, and we'll see, I guess. We can follow our budget in the financial menu, which is, I don't know. Where is the financial menu? Oh, here we go then. So there is a customization bit. Maybe I just completely missed that off the bat. It's very possible. So let's go with like a black and yellow theme. I like that. Black with yellow accents. And then our team logo at the minute can just be Porsche, because that's who we are. Now, let's have the Union Jack on there because I am English, so this is going to be an English team by default. And is that all we can do? Looks like it. That's fine. So does that change our car in any way? Or is our car still blue? Our car's still blue. Whatever. Whatever. So let's... nothing else we can do yet, so we can have a look at the championship. And then everything else is still locked. So let's jump into the second race of the season in Italy. This looks like a poor man's Imola. And I don't like having yellow suits and then a blue car, but we'll see. So we're gonna have Dexter qualify the car just for his outright speed, and we're gonna have Jordan qualify the car just because his outright speed is better as well. So I don't think there's any point putting more than 50% fuel in, and let's qualify the cars. Again, not that they would ever qualify line of stone like this. This isn't the kind of track where you really need slipstreaming, so I'm not sure GT4 cars really benefit from that much slipstream. So we qualified 2nd and 4th. We are certainly in the hunt, so that's nice. And then let's set up our race strategy. So I don't want to split the strategies again. I want to see who's quicker on pace. So let's start on the mediums. We'll start on 50% fuel, and let's go in. So Dexter's actually out-qualified Jordan, so car 1 is ahead of car 2 this time, which is interesting. Is that rain forecast? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Here we go then. Start of the Italian race here in the GT4 Championship. Dexter's 2nd, Jordan's 4th. Let's see who can get a better start off the bat. We're going to push them both to overtake on the outline. So that's nice. Dexter got him to first, and we're running 1-2 out of turn 1. Perfect. And at the end of lap 1, our lead is pretty much solidified. So we have fastest lap, which is cool, and then we have just over a second gap from our second place car. So it'd be interesting to see here if we could just tell them both to dial it back a little bit. And let's see how that gap changes, and let's see if we need to keep running. Oh, we have a shunt. Yellow flag, overtaking not allowed. So, perfect. Dial both cars back for about 2 minutes. And let's see. So no safety car. This is just like a virtual safety car if you're using F1 terms. I don't know. I don't know if safety cars are a thing in this game yet, or if it's just these like your local yellows or full course yellows. We'll see, I guess. So let's just build a little bit of a gap again here. He's got 4 laps in the tank. Oh, it's raining. Okay, perfect. So let's push. Let's get some laps in here, and let's see. I think we're going to have to put wets on. So let's, what's everyone else doing? So everyone else has stayed out for the most part as well. P looks like it's just a parked car, I guess. This is all the weather information I have. Just that it's raining. Doesn't tell me what's coming next. So boxing here is going to be a 50-50 chance. I wonder if we split the strategies. I'm running out of time. Let's bring car 2 in for wets now. Let's fill him up. Because I don't think... Oh shit, I missed the fucking pit lane. Oh god. So everyone else is pitting and we're not. Perfect. So let's use our push to passes up here. I think we need all the speed we can get to try and cover off third and below as we bring in both cars. Now we have got to double stack them again, which isn't ideal. They don't do independent pit stops by the looks of it. Or maybe they do. He just didn't straight out in box. Oh, is that because I never selected him? Shit. Let's do half a tank. Let's put wets on and we'll swap drivers. Car 2's pit stop is done. 29 seconds. Honestly, I don't know if that's good or not, but he's lost a bunch of places. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Car 1's only got 6% fuel left. Are we going to be running this tight? Have we bottled this? Is he going to make it a pit lane? He is just 5%. Crikey. Fuel's in, wets are on. Drivers are switched. As they just still walk casually. You'd think maybe there'd be a little bit of a hustle. And then, oh yeah, we've bottled this, boys. So we are... Oh, yeah, that time on the slicks really cost us in the rain. Really, really cost us. So let's dial this one back a little bit. Just because he's getting a bit warm on the old tyre temperatures. We'll keep Steven at full whack. At least until something goes red here. Got plenty of fuel on car 2, so I don't need to worry about that. So I wonder if we just push. Different strategies here. Let's see if we can get past the sister car and go chase down the win. So here we go, then going down the pit lane. Looks like one of the cars just boxed. Still raining at the minute, so we shouldn't need to come in again, at least not yet. We are 1.5 seconds off the lead, as our boys are just going line astern at the minute. Jordan in second, Steven in third. So I had to back down car 2 here. It was getting a bit warm. I don't know if it's because he's following a back marker, or if maybe we have an issue with our engine. But unfortunately, backing down. Looks like we're going to let Steven by. Or they're going to fight for the place. Crikey. Some good racing here. I don't know if teammates can crash. There's no way I can give them team orders. So, I mean, we're kind of damned either way here. And then let's give Steven a bit of push to pass here to help him build a gap and try and get past this back marker. Don't know exactly how long it lasts, but yeah, not long enough to get up to the back marker, so we'll see. And let's just give him back to that medium pace setting. And let's see if he can go chase down this back marker car, who I don't actually know who it is. So Jordan's now asking, he says his tyres are absolutely gone. We have a 16-second gap. He's going to fall back to 5th if we box. So I'm just going to back him right off. We have to go 2 more laps. It's going to be a big ask. We have 7% gas left in this car. I don't know if we're going to make this, you know. Okay, we're doing that. I'm bringing in both cars. Purely based off the fact. So he's going to make it to the end. He needs new tyres. Ah, oh, dear God. With a lap to go. I don't want this tyre to like explode and then it's game over. So I think we have to do the sensible thing here and cover him off. He's only got 2% gas left and we have this whole last sector to go. So he might even not make it to the end here. 1% going into this last hairpin. Oh my goodness. Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? I don't know if he can clonk out on pit lane. If he can. So what do? We did fuel, we did tyres, no driver change, and let's send him out for the last stint. Jordan's just gone to pit lane. He's now queuing. Oh God, I don't like not having the double pit stop thing. We lost the lead here onto the last lap, so we're even off the podium. We've absolutely bottled it. We have one thing of push to pass. Oh, we might be on the podium, you know. It's going to be close. Let's give him everything he needs here. Let's give both drivers the best chance at a victory here. And, I mean, we're not going to get the victory, I don't think. Where is first? Apparently we're really close, but I don't know if this is a bug. Oh, okay, well, let me switch to that car. So here we go. Racing for third. So he gets past third. So we're just chasing down this. I think it's the Celine here. Maybe I should have left my push to pass till we were in a fight, but I honestly didn't think we were going to be in a fight at this point. And, okay, going on to the final straight here. We just don't have enough in the tank to take the win. But there we go. I don't know what's going on with this little camera thing, but here we go. And then Jordan looks like he's going to bring it home in 4th. Not bad. I screwed the strategy up, but, I mean, at the end of the day, a solid showing. And in tricky conditions with the rain and fuel management and stuff, I mean, it looks like everyone did at least a 3-stop. So now we have, into the car factory, we have an option for some new brake calipers by the looks of it. So let's go ahead and choose them, and then, I mean, hopefully that will bring us up a little bit of speed. So it's going to be a bit more handling and a bit less on tire durability. Am I reading that right? Oh, that's if I take it off. Okay, that makes sense. So, perfect. And then nothing else is finished. We've still got this research facility that's still being built. The showroom. Championship standings, so we still lead it. We've got a pretty decent gap there. And we have all these races to go. Welcome to Malaya. This is the 3rd round of our GTE Championship. 2 cars sitting pretty in the garage there, look. Still not liking that livery, but hey-ho. And we're going to put on our fastest 2 drivers, Dexter and Jordan, for outright speed. 50% gas. I wish I could give them less. The soft tyre. And let's go out and qualify for this race. And there we have it. We've qualified 3rd and 4th. We are, again, a 10th or 2 off the pace. But overall, not too bad. So going into the race here, then, it's a 15-lap sprint race. It looks like it's going to be sunny for the most part for the entire race, which I feel like is rare for Malaysia. Let's go ahead and give them a full tank, give them the opportunity to not screw up like we did last time. And we're going to put them on the medium tyre. That should be a nice long stint for both these 2 first drivers. And then we'll put in our raw, what our overtaking best, I think. And then we'll put in our raw speed boys to finish the race. So let's do this. then, the start of the Malaya race. We are in 3rd and 4th. Let's see what we can do. Let's give him push to pass off the bat then for the start. That seems to work fairly successfully the last few races, but not as good this time, as we immediately have this Lotus breathing down our neck. And he gets past. We've actually dropped a place, I think, for the first time this year off the start. Not ideal, but it's a long race. Just give him full whack on the speed for a little bit. I can't spectate other cars, so it's definitely lacking that feature, but not too bad. Trying to split this Lotus. It's Battle of the Blues here. Is it a Lotus, or is that a... That might be the... I don't even know what car it is. So let's back them off a little bit. Their tyres are pretty warm. And, man, we're just being eaten alive going into this race. Just dropping like a tank. I guess it's maybe partially because we're starting on the mediums, but the plan there is obviously go longer and have a really fast final stint. So I think as long as we can be the lead medium runners, that will set us up nicely for the finish. As long as we don't fall, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be about 25 to 30 seconds again pit lane loss. So as long as we don't drop that far behind, I think we'll be good. So they're saying we've only got 4 more laps left on these tyres. I don't know how true that is. Doesn't seem like a lot, but considering it says the tyre life was going to be like 9 to 10 laps, whatever it was, and maybe this is going to be a 3-stopper. I would say strong possibility this is going to be a 3-stopper. So engines are getting pretty warm. Again, man, these engines just don't like running, even in clean air by the looks of it. So let's back them down as requested, and then we'll do a lap. We just need to go a little bit longer than these guys. So the soft runners are in pretty much all for the most part now. So we have a full clean racetrack. Let's go do some big laps here, and we'll box this lap. No, we won't. We'll box next lap for a full tank, and if we can just go one more lap. I'm changing the strategy up mid-race here. We'll get through this lap. We'll go on to the mediums again. We can. I think I didn't see a rule that said we couldn't double hit the mediums, so we'll go medium. We'll put the other driver in the car. I don't want to box him at once. I think the loss is too much. So let's back Stephen right down because he's in second. Let's box him the lap after. I really should have boxed him the lap before, because now this dude's got back by us. And we'll box for a full tank, medium tyres, and a driver swap. Here we go then, in they come. The mechanic's just there stretching out. Tyres are changed. Driver casually strolling to the car again. Pit lane loss. Yeah, it's quite a bit. But we should be able to get to the end now on this strategy, which will be nice. So let's box Steven. So his tyres are fucked. Sorry, mate. Absolutely screwed you there. But I'm sure that he's basically just driving on the rim now. So we've learned tyres at 0% don't explode. You just go slowly. So he's going to come out basically in last. Yeah. So let's just see what we can do here then. Sorry, Dexter, we've screwed you here. Strategy really has not been on point this race. Not my finest. Yeah, but we might fail on the engine, so maybe we'll just dial him back down again. Jordan's running pretty warm, but he's in fourth. He is really right about there, so let's give him about a push to pass. We'll give Dexter one as well. Maybe he can catch the Celine that's in front of him. So it looks like he managed to get by the Lotus. Whatever that is, the Audi. Oh, someone shunted. Who shunted? Was that our guy? Ah, Dexter's engine blew up. I mean, that's just the end to a miserable race, really, for him. Not ideal. But that does give Jordan here our chance to do everything. But it's raining. I didn't even notice it was raining. Shit. Oh, boy. We should have boxed. I'm an idiot. I'm a massive idiot. So, we basically have a risk here. Do we try and do these last... No, in fact, no one else is around us has boxed. So, we're going to bring him in for wets. Fuel, he should be good. Who's the better wet driver? Vinny is. So, we're going to swap drivers too. Let's just absolutely go for it for these last 2 laps. I think that's our only choice here. So we boxed him in and he came out in 7th. So he's 11 seconds off the lead. 2 bouts of push to pass left with a lap and a half, 2 laps left to do everything. So realistically, if we can get... Man, everyone's on wets. I don't know how quick these guys are going to be at. We did change to our quicker driver. So I guess we'll see how quickly he can catch 5th here, if he can at all. So, just starting the last lap, he only closed the gap to like 1.5 seconds. So, realistically, probably not a lot. So, we're going to use our push to pass here to defend from this Lotus behind. Because I don't realistically think we can catch anyone at this point. And, but we are now in earshot of this guy. So, let's give him a last bout of push to pass, get him by. As the leader crosses the line to win. So good job from those guys. That does look like our championship rival, so not great on that front. But we come home here in 5th. Damage limitation, I screwed the strategy up for car 1. I didn't see the rain coming at the end. So, yeah, not great. But there we go. So here we are then back at our lovely home base here in the Alps, by the looks of it. We could build a driver's building for 350,000. I don't know what that gets us. But we built it, so I guess we'll see. Okay, here we can add engineers in. So, what does an engineer do for us? Adds speed and overtaking. So let's do that. Let's put... Oh, I see we've only have 1 engineer. Okay, so... I guess we'll put him... I mean, that's really... Our cars are pretty well balanced, I feel like. But we'll stick him on this car. Just for now, I guess we'll see. And go from there. So let's see how an engineer changes up the game. Can I do anything in here? We have a steering upgrade, so we can add a new rack by the looks of it. Which will add 5 to our tyres durability. That's nice, because I feel like tyres are a big point for us at the minute. But we're in May. We're in Canada. And we're not in Canada. We're about to go to Canada. And... realistically, I mean, where are we in the standings now? We're still 1st, but the Chevy team is really, really coming in on us. So let's see how we get on in Canada. So welcome to the Canadian round of this GT Championship. It's going to be interesting. This looks like a semi-realistic model of the Canadian Montreal track, so I wonder if it's how close it is. Okay, not okay. I take it back. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. So here we go. Then we've qualified 4th and 5th. We're still chasing that elusive pole. We're just gonna have to see, I guess. So weather is cloudy. We still can't see into the future. Let's give ourselves half a tank. Let's start on softs. I feel like, man, I'm gonna split strategies again. 1 on the soft, 1 on the medium, and let's put our better overtakers in the car, and we'll end the race on the faster outright drivers. So here we go then, setting up for the first race in Canada. We are 4th and 5th. and we are on the way. So let's give, oh my goodness, what a start from Steven, who's straight up into first. Doesn't even need any push to pass. Let's give Vinny a bout here of push to pass. Give him the tools to succeed here. Honestly, I'm just going to let him as much as he needs. We're going to give him. Man, this other car here is just absolutely done us around the outside. But Steven is stonking off into the lead. He's 1.2 seconds away. Let's give Vinny another bout of push to pass here onto the straight. And let's see how we get on here. Is he going to take the lead into the last corner? Are we going to finish the lap 1 and 2? It's going to be close. Let's give him a little bit of speed. We are just about going to finish here in first and second. Not bad at all. These two are just absolutely going at it. So we've just started lap 6. Steven's tyres have pretty much just about given up. He's on the softs. So I think we're going to bring him in this lap. We're going to put him on the mediums. We're going to give him... We'll give him half a tank. And we will swap on to Dexter. And then Vinny can do this lap. And then we'll bring him in next lap and we won't be double stacking again, which would be nice. Steven, let's watch his stop, see how that goes. Bringing him in there. Pit crew looking nice and casual. Tyres changed. Lollipop man's primed and ready. Driver casually strolling back out to the car. That still gets me. And then he pulls out 25.66 seconds. So he is down to... he is down to 13th is where he's come out. So let's bring Vinny in then. Where is he on the map? He's over there. So bring Vinny in. We're going to put him on the softs. We'll swap to Jordan and let's go win this thing. We are running it pretty close on gas, but he's going to come in with hopefully about 1%. Oh, it's going to be close again. I've got to stop running that so close. It's really not good. Dexter takes the lead then, and then let's see how far Jordan falls down the order. Hopefully it won't be too bad. We still have a lot of cars left to pit around us, so hopefully we shouldn't be too bad as he comes out in 6th. Okay, good stuff. So let's give Jordan a bit of push to pass to get through this traffic. Like I said, no one's really got a box around him. Or sorry, everyone's got a box around him, so it's hopefully not going to be too much of a disaster. There we go, other two cars come in, and then he's just chasing down this Celine whose mediums aren't going to last him a whole much longer, so not a whole lot to worry about here. Let's just leave that push to pass there just in case. Dexter's just out here commanding this lead. We haven't really touched this car's strategy once, I feel like. It's just been hooked up since the start. Interestingly, we have the engineer on this car, so I don't know how much of a difference that's making to the grand scheme of things. Maybe we'll swap the engineer to the other car for the next race, and we'll just see how much of a difference it does make. Wow, so someone's had an enormous shunt to the point where he's gone through the wall and ended up in the car park. Really not good news for that guy, but we are under yellow. It's just started raining, so both my guys are out in the middle of the track. I think we're going to box them both for wets. I have 3 laps left, 24 and 26% on fuel. I think that should be okay. Oh, I hate not knowing what I'm doing with fuel. I wish there was a bit more to the fuel strategy. We're not going to swap driver. I don't want to lose too much time, so we will see basically how that goes. So we have a 27-ish second gap from the second place car. It's going to be tight. He boxes, so it's 11 second stop, so we should be okay. This car comes in, should be around about 11 seconds as well. Yep, perfect. So have we lost the lead? We haven't lost the lead necessarily. So what is the gap when he comes out? He's down in 6th. Crikey, that sucks. So, oh no, he's second. Obviously the leaderboard has like a predictive thing on it then, I guess. So I think we can just back both these cars right off, conserve some fuel just so we have no fuel concerns going on to the last lap. And like realistically, I think we're looking pretty good. Here we go then. Dex has just started the final lap of the race. We have an 11-second gap to third and about 5 to 6-ish from second to third. So we're looking pretty good. Both cars are dialed back. We should have good fuel till the end here. Tyres are looking good. Engines are looking good. Everything's nice and cool. Not super comfortable with the cool tyres, but I don't want to dial it up at fuel risk, so. And there we go. Across the line, we have reclaimed the top spot. Jordan's going to come home, bring it into second. Beautiful stuff. So just looking around the factory, looks like I have an opportunity here to train all my drivers and my engineers. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to spend some money doing it. Just because really. Doesn't appear to be a whole lot new in the factory. So, I mean, we're just going to go straight on here to Dubai, or Abu Dhabi, I should say, the UAE. So here we go then. We're qualifying for the Abu Dhabi race. Let's see if we can get our first pole of the year. We've upgraded our drivers, engineers. Car is pretty much the same as it was in Canada. But let's see what we really bring it home. 3rd and 7th, so not a good qualifying for us. Yeah, not ideal. Let's go to the race. Let's see. So we have a 15-lap race. I mean, you'd hope it was going to be reasonably dry the entire way. Everyone around us looks like they're starting on wets, so mediums. So let's also start on the mediums with both cars, and hopefully that gives us a bit of a buffer to these soft runners. And let's see how this shakes out. Here we go then. We're going to use push to pass off the bat as we always do. Seems to be a fairly successful strategy. So here we go then. Car 1 up into second, hunting down first place already off the bat. That's nice. Here we go. Can he take the lead into the corner? Yes, he can. And we just need to kind of hold that lead. Jordan here in 4th. He's made up a few spots off the bat. Let's give him another bout of push to pass here to try and get past these 3rd and 2nd place teammates. Just can't do it. Just can't get by. Do I use up that other bout of push to pass? We're going to dial Dexter back a little bit. Let's use it on the straight. I feel like going into the corner is not a bad place to have push to pass. Nice. And takes second from the 2 teammates. So we're now 1 and 2 already, as we haven't even finished the first lap yet. Going through this cool little stadium section. I like how these tracks are modelled, it's kind of cool. So engines are both a little warm here running in this medium setting. The balance here doesn't seem fantastic, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. We're on lap 4 of 15 here in Abu Dhabi, and we've again pretty much got a commanding lead. All the soft runners bypass the mediums. See what I mean? Like, we're already now engine critical in medium. In my opinion, you should only ever be engine critical in this one, but I mean, it is what it is. I guess we'll just dial both cars back and see where the soft runners, how much they close before the pit window. Maybe it's ambient temperature and stuff that just creeps up those. I mean, we're absolutely killing it even on this medium setting. Like, I didn't see a difficulty slider, but at this point maybe I should look and see if we have a way of cranking that up. So here we go, 30%. So we need to box both the cars. We're gonna double stack. I don't like doing it, but we're gonna have to do it. Let's just give them. I'm sick of being fuel limited here. Let's just box both cars, 2 drivers, and let's see how this shakes out. So we are going to be a little bit close on fuel with both cars. One's in the pit lane. They're both in the pit lane. Okay, great. I don't like double stacking. Unfortunately, wasn't paying attention to strategy again. Considering there is nothing really to pay attention to in this game, I don't pay attention to the strategy a lot. That's why I'm just a strategist. But we've got both cars dialed back here going into lap 9. Not entirely sure what's going on with this JDC car. They are the leader. They've got half left on softs. I don't think they'll go to the end. The second place car definitely won't. And then we've got Vinny down here in 13th, who is really struggling. So we're going to turn him up a little bit. Let's see if we can get past these medium runners, at least before the next pit phase. I don't know if his tyres will go to the end, but we will see. So on lap 12 here, this is how it's shaken out after the first pit stop phase. I see these medium runners probably trying to go to the end here. Steven's got about 35%, so it's going to be close. We're going to dial him back, actually, back to this slower pace setting. And then we're going to leave Vinny... he's also on 30. It's going to be tight on the softs. Fuel, we're obviously not going to be fuel limited. It's just his engine temperatures. I've been fighting them the entire race. We'll see how this pans out, I guess. So we're going to give Vinny a bit of push here. Probably wasn't the most sensible place to do it. He dives going for the outside line into this corner. That's going to be interesting. Can he make it stick going onto the straight? Yes, I want to say. It's going to be tight. It's going to be really tight. It's fair racing, though. I don't know if his tyres are going to make it to the end. 13%. I just feel like we just don't have enough. Let's bring him in for some softs. Should be a nice quick pit stop. But unfortunately, we're going to pay the price here for not managing our tyres well enough at the start of the race. Hopefully, Steven dialed right back can just keep cruising for the next lap and a half. I do think it's going to be tight. Vinny's in for a stop there. I do like this picture-in-picture thing, though. That's a cool system. It's a 12-second stop for just tyres, so not great, but not terrible, I guess. Oh, he's going to have 3%, 2%, 1%. So he's going to race this entire lap basically on just the rims. So let's just give him all the pace he's got. The second place car's absolutely breathing down his neck, but his mediums are just as gone. So let's use some push to pass to try and fend him off. Don't think it's going to be that successful. Oh, maybe. Maybe. So we should be okay through this tight, twisty stadium section. Let's give him another bout of push to pass onto the straight. Oh, he's just going to lose the lead. Not great. Vinny's up to 9th. Probably not going to go any higher at the end of this race. But it looks like Steven's going to bring it home second for dominating for so long, and tyres just didn't hang on till the end. He's going to keep second over the line from this other car, but who just bumped after him over the line, basically. Vinny's going to bring it home in 8th, so a good recovery from car 2. But yeah, another race where where I kind of bottle the strategy a little bit. That being said, we still have a commanding championship lead going into the second half of the year, so that's nice. So that was just past the halfway point of the year. We're going to see what the research lab brings. We are running it pretty close on money now, so let's hire our first engineer, research, R&D person, whatever you want to call it, who can work on one thing. So I want them to work on tyre durability. That's either going to be in the rack or in the caliper. I think we're going to give it to the caliper just because it also gives us a little bit more on handling. So let's leave that so far. So we still have 21 months before we get a marketing, 15 months before we get a, I guess that means pit crew, and 12 months before we can see whatever a manufacturer's cup is. 19 till we get a private testing lab, and that is about that. So, like I said, this game is an early access. So what are they working on improving? Progression improvements, race balancing and feeling. That's something that I think probably does need to be worked on. Languages, always a nice thing to have. Didn't think I encountered too many in the way of bugs, but certainly a nice thing to see they're working on optimizing. Night conditions will be cool. Official car liveries and new drivers and more, and 2 new tracks. So that's going to be interesting. We've got a ways to go. Like, the game ultimately is cool. It's a good platform they have to build on. but they're clearly lacking in a little bit of depth at the minute, which is an early access game, that's fine. But, you know, I look back to when I played the Motorsport Manager game on my iPhone all those years ago, or my iPad years ago, and that game for a mobile game already has more depth than a fully fledged PC game. Like I said, it is an early access, so, you know, a lot of time still to be spent working on all this, and it will be interesting to see kind of how it all pans out, I guess. Like I said, the way they've licensed a lot of cars and manufacturers is really cool and does bode really well. Some of the bugs I had, like fast forward mode, I didn't realize there was a toggle switch for that, so that's nice. There isn't a lot in the way of settings. There's no difficulty as far as I can see in the game. The fact we've jumped into our first season and we're leading the championship by, what's that, 70 points, probably already tells you we need to know about balancing. In my opinion, you shouldn't be able to go into that first ever season and dominate like we are, but it kind of is what it is. We have 5 rounds left to play: India, China, England, Bahrain, and then the next race here in Spain. So a lot of time, a lot of things to be worked on, and a lot of potential, that's for sure. It'd be nice to have a little bit more customization in our car, in terms of livery and stuff, and then just basically add more depth, add, you know, things that other Motorsport Manager games have, like an inbox system with driver contracts, with driver and pit crew and engineers and mechanics, like a morale system with fatigue, better animations and stuff like that. Obviously, is all going to come down the line. As I keep saying, this is an early access game. I love this kind of game, these manager tycoon style games, so I'm interested to see how this develops, and I think it's potentially got a super exciting future ahead. So kudos to the developer. You've done a good job getting it out in the current state. It seems pretty well polished for a day one early access game. I'm excited to see what the future holds for it, and I don't want to be too critical because it's $20, it's early access, and it's an indie dev, so they're 3 things I have a lot of time for. So yeah, basically we will see how this shakes out over the coming months and years, and I'm sure we'll bring you more videos on it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.